Well, there's always a little extra motivation for a team playing in front of its own fans, and the Heat definitely looked motivated as they came into the building. From everyone here at 2K, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward. And for Miami, Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Tyler Hero, then it's Davion Mitchell, and it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
That one goes in.
Well, Anthony Edwards says, yes, you're playing exceptional defense, but my offensive game is better. I'm a solid 225.
Now here's Mitchell. Drives to the hoop. And Conley grabs the miss. And here's Minnesota now. Launches it. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You have got to be aware of where Mike Conley is. He's so capable outside the arc.
Hero, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Pass to Randle. Over Adebayo. And Randle the bucket on the assist from Edwards.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
Edwards against Hero. Shot to stop the run. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Here's Mitchell. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. No one covering.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team, the ability to knock down jumpers.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Hero outside to the middle. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Hero against Edwards. McDaniels from long range. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Wiggins, no good. Minnesota leading by 9. And here's Edwards outside. Not going to go that time. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Wiggins. It doesn't go for him. McDaniels with some nice D. For 3, Randle. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Right side read from the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
DiVincenzo can't hit. And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. Trailing by 13. Boom! He jams it straight down.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
For three, DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by the Heat. Hero outside. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Hero. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslem's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire two-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
And that one falls for Hero. No good on the second free throw. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now here's Burks. Soft touch off the glass.
Really confident handle from Alec Burks. How about the ability to get into the teeth of the defense?
To the inside, Edwards. It's tipped. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Yes, it's good. And Minnesota with possession here. A 12-point game. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's the three. And the three-pointer goes. Edwards got 10 points in the game.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Here's Randall. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's Minnesota leading by 17 at the end of the period, building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Jovic in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Now here's Hero. Now shooting 50% for the game. He's 4 for 8.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Picked by Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Hero with the bucket. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Lois?
DA, I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Heat trail by 15. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, BA, when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
The inbound, tipped. Edwards against Burks. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Absolute power from Rudy Gobert. Terrific, out-muscling the defense.
There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, BA, because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
What's up? That one falls for Gobert.
What you love about Rudy Gobert is he understands his strengths and where he can impact the game. That is primarily on the defensive end, but also as a screen setter offensively.
Here's Jovic. No made baskets yet. And again, no good by Miami. Pass to Reed. Takes a 3. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now here's Burks. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Shannon. Robinson defending. And Shannon gets it to go.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Yep, that one goes. Burks has got his second basket on the night.
Boy, you gotta like the work ethic Burks brings to the offensive end. He's solid at getting whatever shot he wants.
Pass to Conley. Shoots over Hero. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Now here's Anderson. Nice D from Reed. The Timberwolves lead by 23. Here's Edwards. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Hero for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Hero's got 16 points now.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Minnesota shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
Anthony Edwards, 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Erik Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy's scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
Okay, fans, time to get on your feet and make some noise for your Miami Heat Panthers.
Adebayo passes to Mitchell.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
The Timberwolves have gone an outstanding 7 of 7 so far in the second quarter. And it's Randle with the jam.
We know that Julius Randle loves to put it on the deck. Off the dribble drive, boy, he can be tough to deal with.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Mitchell misses. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Miami. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Mike Conley. Miami shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Now at the line, Davion Mitchell. 2.
That free throw is good for Mitchell. And that's good as he hits both shots. Conley with the ball. 5 points in the game. Pass to Randle. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. Randle's got 11 points.
Boy, you love the determination from Julius Randle. This guy has a knack for scoring against good defense.
Now here's Adebayo. Here's Ware. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's McDaniels. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
So this is where the freakish length of Rudy Gobert, so effective at reaching in and prying the ball away from the opposition.
Miami has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. There's a screen by Wiggins. From 9 feet out. Tries again. McDaniels with the rebound. And here are the Timberwolves. From deep, Conley drops in the 3. Conley's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Mitchell into the lane, lays it up and banks it in. And Minnesota with possession here. Edwards for 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. So for Minnesota right now, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And the basket by Gobert. Gobert's got 9 points.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Hero. Edwards pulls it in. Edwards got 4 rebounds now. From deep, Conley. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Love to watch Mike Conley capitalize from there. This guy has such a good understanding for when to take these shots.
Hero outside. The 3. Miami, no good that time either. This is why you want ball movement and players. Oh!
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
To the paint. Here's Randle. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Personal foul.
You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
The free throw drops for Randle. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And here's Hero. He's got 18. Fires top of the key. And that one comes up a bit short. Left side, McDaniels. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Hero outside. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Hero's got 20 points.
Yeah, and the defense was there. But Hero is just so good at nailing contested shots.
Conley passes to Gobert. It's deflected. Mitchell against Conley. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Elbow. 2.
Miami shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Mitchell.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. That's off as well, so he misses both. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 13-4 run. Oh, wasted no time on that one. DiVincenzo's got his second basket of the night. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's where. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
The size advantage gives him a clear path to the shot.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. Left side, Ingles. Outside, Reed. There's the 3. And that one drops. And it comes off an assist from Ingles. Reed's got 9.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Mitchell, good.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Highland. Over Mitchell. And the basket by Highland.
Assisted.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Pass to Ware. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Count it.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here's Adebayo. He has 7. Pass to Ware. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hero for 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. Pulls it. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
54 seconds left to play in the third. Adebayo finds Wiggins. Off target from outside.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
DiVincenzo can't hit.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And that one drops. And it comes off an assist from Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists now in this one. Hero against DiVincenzo from downtown. Hero no good. Outside Highland. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance. Highland's got 5. 7 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hero. And that one drops for him.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Here's Reed. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. The T-Wolves on top, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Alec Burks is out there with Tyler Hero. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Jovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Miami has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Hero for 3. Knocks down the long J. Hero's got 12 points here in the second half.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Pass to Shannon. Fires from deep. On target from range.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Pulls up. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And here's Clark for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Whoa, that man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Here's Minot. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Hero outside. Pass to Jovic to stop the run. The shot off that time. The Timberwolves have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Dillingham with the bucket. Dillingham's gotten his first bucket of the night. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Burks. Driving in. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, terrific quickness. The burst of Alec Burks looking strong inside.
And there's the screen. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Anderson pulls it down. The Heat have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Miami has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Pass to Jovic. Uses the glass on the layup.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Drills it from deep. Dillingham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Stolen by Hero. Here we go, one-on-one. Robinson passes to Anderson. Here's Hero over Dillingham. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Love this intensity from Hero. I mean, he's willing to get physical there inside.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Some changes for Minnesota. So Hero nails both of them. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Down low. Here's Edwards. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Edwards got 24.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Good work there as it goes. Minnesota has gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Out left to the wing. Here's Gobert. Blocked! Here's Wiggins. And he banks in the layup. Wiggins has got his first 2 points.
Well, how about the aggressiveness of Andrew Wiggins? So good at fighting through the contact, taking the challenge of the defense. That's beautiful.
Blocked! And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert.
Second team foul. Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 11.
1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Now Mitchell. And he gets that one.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Timberwolves.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Anthony Edwards.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Inside, Randall, and it's Randall with the jam.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hero outside. It's Wiggins on the wing. The three sends it home from three-point land.
And that's a good shot for Wiggins. I mean, he can be deadly from the corner.
And here's Minnesota now. Outside, Alexander Walker. DiVincenzo on the wing. pure from three-point range.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Outside read. And another three from Minnesota.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.